So, well, since we're doing CRTs today, this will be 3. I wanted to mention this. I did a video of this operating before. It's made by MCS, JCPenney brand. They made some really cool stuff. It is a component system. It's a component part of like your what you'd have your vintage stereo system. You know, all your parts you used to buy separate, and this would be something you'd add to it. It has a TV in it, and it's made to go with your stereo. It actually has pretty good sound on it. It's not rolling in person, it just does it on the camera because of the shutter speed. I can't change the shutter speed on my iPhone there. But it does have a good thing there, and it also has a scope. As you can see there, it's got a 100 range. You can hook up the back to your output of your... I made a crossover for it, so it's not directly running in parallel or series with the speaker outputs, but I isolated it through a transformer, and it seems to work pretty good. And then you can put it on, let's see, where's the scope? TV scope. And it's not supposed to be rolling. Let's see if I can get it to stop rolling. It's not rolling in person, but anyway, I've got my Variac lighting set up. I made that base, I've said this before, it's an old movie light that I got from some movie stuff here in Wilmington. We have a lot of movie studios and stuff, but in the base, as you can see, is from a TV, and then that's from a closed circuit camera mount that I made for this thing, which works pretty well. What works better is to use drum equipment. Like I used to have a couple drum sets and to use stands for cymbals. But anyway, so I used the Variac, run it down to about 50-60 volts because this thing is a 600 watt bulb in there, and it's you wouldn't believe the size of the filament in that thing, and it really goes. It's 600 watts, so I guess I'm running at half line voltage or a little less, so you do the math. So I wanted to show this thing, and I can't because I can't change the shutter speed on the camera, but it's got these lines here, as you can see, that comes on when you flip it over from TV. They disappear, and it has your scale. And when I got it from Don Umajunkcollector, he sent it to me, surprised me. He's a YouTube user, Umajunkcollector. I'll put his link on there or something. It was all out of whack. It was rolling and fuzzy, and as you can see, the center line is not quite on. Anyway, it does all the waveforms just like a scope, and you can see your approximate output. There you go. The camera's focusing on it now, so you can see. Let me see if I can get the lines to focus. You can see the scale at the bottom there, and it's got all the normal TV stuff, contrast, and it is UHF, VHF. I don't have anything around here I can put into it. I don't have the little transformer, 300 ohm transformer, or else I'd run a signal into it for you. But anyway, I have done videos of the scope working. If you want to see, they're in the last month or so. They're on my channel. And anyway, so it was all out of whack, and I was looking inside of it, and it's all Matsushita, and as you can see, right, I don't want to get too close to that, right there, that triangle is not Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi one is different. This has the 3 arrows on it. I'm sure I've said this before, but so it's Matsushita, it's Panasonic, which I love Panasonic. And here's a look at the insides. I don't think I showed you before, and I'm really not showing you very much now. I need to get that big light over here, I guess. Let me do that real quick. Let me get that light over here, turn it down, and let me get this thing up here. I need to move. Let's show you the inside look at this guy. Really cool. I've got several of these. This isn't disconnectable. No, it's soldered. We'll just let it hang because I'm not ever going to use that speaker in that thing. It's got an output or whatever. If I ever did run TV through it, I would use, run it through the stereo. Why not? But anyway, they did put an internal speaker in it. So let me just a second, gentlemen. Let's see if I can get this to sit up here. I think my TV's unplugged. And turn this light, handy video light, movie light I got here down. And it's even got flood. All it does is move the bulb and the reflector, but flood and spot, which I think is cool. And anyway, I got it all fixed up because if you'll notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then if you look right here, look at all the trim pots. So I figured out that I could adjust the picture, and I got it all adjusted perfectly, except for it's slightly off center, and I'm going to try and readjust that now on these trimmers here. But there's the innards of the scope / black and white TV, and I have some more of these tubes. If this one ever burns up, I actually have another replacement for it. They're actually made. It's on the bottom. The bottom cover actually comes off. This is a nice thick metal on the front, like this Marantz and stuff. But the case is plastic, which is fine with me because it would be really heavy. It's got feet for the back. It's got the UHF connectors on the back. Of course, vertical hold. Then it's got an output over there too, and then those are the two ends that will measure the actual. They're actually line level, not you know, preamp or whatever, but they're actually they take the full power. As you can see, where you can tell because of the large resistors in there, we'll chop it down to measurable voltages, as you can see right here. Oh, crap! Where's the camera on this freaking phone? Right there. Where's my pointer? So as you can see right there, those are the big resistors that knock it down to measurable for the you know, for the scope to measure and think about. They actually go into this board here, right here, which is, you know, this stuff's built pretty good here. I don't know what kind of resistors those are. I would imagine they're, you know, 10 watters or 5 watters. I don't know the value, but there's where the line level, the signal levels come in. You can see here. Damn it. These shielded lines here. And I don't think it's got a ton of hours on it. It's very, very clean. Don, you're the man. Check out Don's channel. He's got a bunch more subscribers and a bunch more cool videos than I do. I'm a junk collector. He's got a lot of cool stuff, and he just surprised me and sent me this. Looks like a decent made tuner there, actually. All metal gears and stuff in there. Not a very big transformer. It doesn't use a whole lot of power. I guess by this time they were starting to get them pretty streamlined. I'm not sure what year this is, but anyway, it's starting to rain a little bit. I don't want this thing to get messed up. I really like this thing. So anyway, I thought I would try to center it. Find these trim pots. I marked them where they originally started, so I wouldn't ruin anything and not be able to get it back where, you know. So let's see if I can line this thing up here. Get it lined back up. It'll stop rolling, and maybe I can do this with one hand. I don't think that did anything. Put that back where it was. All right, and then there's the second one. What is that? You can probably read what that says over there. I can't. And we get the wave amp. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Okay, let's see if we can move this thing to center. Oh gosh, it's almost there. Hey, oh yeah, bye. Let's see if it's gonna stop rolling. Let me put it up on it. It's not gonna stop. Well, anyway, it seems to be right where it needs to be there. And yeah, so sometimes you do get an easy fix, just changing the trimmers. Let me see if the contrast will do anything for this to help it focus on it. That pot's dirty, and I've cleaned it and I cannot get it right, so it's probably damaged or something, but it works great. Like I said, I've done a video. Okay, there's the left width, which you want it to go all the way up to the dotted line there, which I now have it. And then the right needs to be adjusted a little bit. So let's see if I can get it to pull back. Yep, got it to pull right on back. And I usually, to do something like this, you want to let the thing warm up for a while first, because it's got old caps and stuff in it. Let's try this other one over here and see. And there's your as you can see, you can line it up, inline the center up where I guess the divider and the gun to line up perfectly. Because I am so crazy about stuff like that, I've got to have it. That was the last trimmer back there in the back, and there you go. Cool video of this little guy. Don't know what the trimmer does on the neck there of the socket, but anyway, hope you enjoyed the video there. A little cool little thing. Thanks, Don.